Today we are going to be ranking the greatest grapplers in MMA. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guide with too many YouTube channels. Like I said, we're going to be ranking grapplers in the UFC today. We are going to be ranking them from SS all the way to C tier, and it's important to note, these are not all my choices. Tapology had a rankings of the best grapplers of all time. I took from there, so they're fan-voted best grapplers, and I'm going to be ranking them based on how I believe their grappling is. Again, SS all the way to C tier. If you're in the C tier, you are still a very good grappler. We're just comparing all of these fighters to each other. With that being said, let's get straight into it with Nate Diaz. And I think Nate Diaz is actually a little bit of an overrated grappler. He got some good submissions against some people that were past his time. And the reason I just laughed is I'm recording this video and my baby's asleep and she just like flopped on her face. And I was like, oh boy, she's going to wake up, but she just stayed sleeping like that. Anyways, Nate Diaz, overrated, fought some guys. He beat some good guys with jiu-jitsu, don't get me wrong, but he fought a lot of guys with pace. And this is the thing. Do we want to consider cardio and pace into grappling? I guess you would have to. Like, how effective are they with the grappling? That's how I'm going to be looking at that. Doesn't matter what else comes into it. I'm actually going to start in the C tier for Nate Diaz. Now, Aljamain Sterling, very underrated. I'm somebody who believes Petr Yan to be one of the best fighters in the UFC. And I was very impressed with the way that he was able to hold Petr Yan and with the grappling exchanges that he had with Movsar Evloev. So far in the featherweight division, he's been executing his skill perfectly. He's a very strong guy. I might move him up or down, but I'm going to start off with Aljamain Sterling into the S tier. Now, Alexei Oleinik, he's good for heavyweight. He's good for heavyweight. He's a good fighter. Has his fair share of submissions. He's had some good performances, but I'm actually going to throw him into the C tier ahead of Nate Diaz. Anthony Hernandez. This is a toughie because I'm actually recording this video before his most recent fight, and depending on when you're watching this video, it was when he was fighting against Roman Dolidze. I almost slipped my mind who he was fighting against. I think he's so good. And again, I'm not going to break it down in the fact because I wasn't sure how I wanted to rank this. I was going to go, should I really implement cardio into something like this? But he uses that to have effective grappling. So I think that Anthony Hernandez is a very good grappler, and we're going to put him into the S tier behind Aljamain Sterling. Ben Askren, overrated. Very overrated. He's going to go into the C tier, okay? Brian Ortega. He has good jiu-jitsu, but the thing is, I believe it's also overrated jiu-jitsu. He has some good wins. He has some good transitions. The way that he locked up on Volkanovski is very quick, so he obviously has skills there. I just don't think that he's one of the best ever. So I'm going to put him into the A tier. Now, continuing on, we have Cain Velasquez. Guys, when I talk about the old generation of fighters not being nearly as good, I always think that Cain Velasquez could absolutely, prime Cain Velasquez could wipe the floor with Tom Aspinall, John Jones, all those guys, man. Cain Velasquez was an excellent grappler. The problem was, he also didn't face the competition level that Aljamain Sterling faced. Excuse me if you could hear my notification right there. I'm going to put Cain Velasquez, but then again, he uses grappling and he dummied people, man. I'm going to put him right between Sterling and Hernandez. Now, Charles Oliveira, this is going to be our first SS tier. The guy is one of the greatest grapplers in the UFC. The way that he locks up submissions, versatile submissions, the control, the scrambles, everything about Charles Oliveira is phenomenal when it comes to grappling. Absolutely, he is an SS tier, okay? Chris Weidman, I will say a little bit overrated as well. He has pure wrestling, and that's pretty well it. I'm going to put him into the B tier. Colby Covington, I would say he's a little bit better. Prime Colby Covington showed some real skill. The pressure was insane. The way he could just take down people over and over again and grind them out. He's kind of a little bit similar to Weidman. I'm going to put him a little bit ahead of Weidman, though. Daniel Cormier. Daniel Cormier is a great grappler. He's a phenomenal grappler. He's going to go into the SS tier, but the question is, do we put him ahead of Charles Oliveira? And the answer to that is no. Daniel Cormier is very strong, had good cardio. The way that he controlled people, the way that he threw people was insane. But Charles Oliveira has that complete package. Daniel Cormier was lacking that submission aspect and kind of like the scrambles in a sense too, okay? Damian Maia. This is a tough one because if we're talking about pure submissions, yeah, he was very good at what he did. The control was insane. Very good, guys. You know what? No, I was thinking about moving Anthony Hernandez down, but I'm not. I think he's great at what he does. Could you imagine after recording this video, Roman Dolidze stuffs everything that he does, just throws him off of him. Damian Maia is good. His control's good. His BJJ in general is really, really good, man. I'm going to put him into the S tier. I'm going to put him right behind Aljamain Sterling. Now, Fedor. Fedor was just a good fighter in general, man. But if we're talking about his grappling specifically, he got the job done. Usually got the job done on the feet. But I'm going to put him low A tier behind T-City, okay? Frank Mir a little bit better. Nice jiu-jitsu skill at heavyweight. Very sneaky, very strong, but he also fought a lot of guys who could not compete at the same level. So I'm actually going to put Frank Mir into the A tier. He clearly had the skill. I'm going to put him ahead of Fedor Emelianenko. Now, Frankie Edgar. Frankie's one of those guys, kind of like I was just talking about Fedor. He's kind of good everywhere. And his grappling was also good as well. He used it very well in MMA. I'm going to put him into the A tier. I'm going to put him right ahead of Brian Ortega. Gerald Mearshart. Ooh, this is a tough one. He's carried that jiu-jitsu skill throughout his entire career, man. And he's still getting those submission wins at his old age. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. He's a good BJJ grappler. I'm going to put him into the B tier, high B tier, okay? Gilbert Burns, overrated grappling in MMA. Overrated grappling. We rarely see it. And he's been beaten before. Gilbert Burns, unfortunately, is going to go into the C tier. I'm going to put him ahead of Ben Askren, okay? Glover Teixeira. Oh, now here's an interesting one. Glover, with the way that he could control people, with the way that he used his takedowns, he always got people to the ground. He used his ground pound scrambles, controls, submissions. He had everything. Guys, I'm putting Glover Teixeira into the SS tier. I think he's better than all of these guys in the S tier when it comes to grappling, and I'm going to put him ahead of Damian Maia said. I'm going to put him ahead of Daniel Cormier. Oh, he's crazy. Ooh. I'm going to hear about it for this one, guys. I know I'm going to hear about it. There was zero competition level. We haven't seen him have any display in MMA whatsoever. I'm going to hear about it. C tier. Low C tier. Gunnar Nelson. A little bit more of the same. Good grappler. He showed some good skills. I'm going to put him ahead of Nate Diaz. Okay, Benson Henderson. He had some very underrated grappling, honestly. The way that he was able to control people, his flexibility was really nice too. Benson was really good at what he did. I'm going to throw Benson into the A tier. I'm actually going to throw him again ahead of Frankie Edgar. Dude, I don't know if I'm going to hear about this tier list in the comment section down below, man. Henry Cejudo. Now, I know he has the accolades, and this is what we're talking about. I know people have BJJ championships and all that, wrestling championships. I don't care. I'm talking about their performance and their capabilities within the octagon. And Henry Cejudo hasn't exactly shown a ton of that. Well, against what? Like Marlon Moraes, he had some good, but then again, he had some good scrambles against DJ. Yeah, I can't rate Henry that high because we haven't seen him all that much. And Merab dummied him. But then again, I know Merab dummies everybody. He's going to have to go into the B tier. I'm going to put him right behind Gerald Mearshart. Okay, Matt Hughes. Competition level wasn't nearly as great, but he was a strong guy. He had great takedowns. He had great top pressure. I'm going to put him at the B tier, low B tier, okay? Anderson Silva. Another one of those guys that we never really saw grapple all that much. He actually got held on the ground quite a bit by some pretty good wrestlers. Oh, man, I feel like I'm going to hear about this tier list in the comments, guys. I really feel like I'm going to hear it. Because I'm putting Anderson Silva into the B tier. I'm putting him up right behind Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman out-grappled him. John Jones. Oh, man. John was so strong. So controlling. Did anybody ever get a hold of John Jones properly? No, and he fought a lot of good wrestlers, too. Huh. Yeah, you know what? Oh, this is tough because he's just a guy that you can't do anything against, but I'm going to put him. Oh, this is tough because I want to put him ahead. My instinct said to put him ahead of SS. I think we should get all the Roy cheats out of there. That's for sure, but we're going to just rank all the grapplers as is. We're not going to talk about anybody cheating. Because nobody can beat him in a fight. How many times have you seen John Jones just completely out wrestling people? He has good technique on his, like, anything, any way he gets people to the ground. Insane control. But these two are a little bit more packaged and polished in the grappling specifically. So you can shuffle them around, but I'm actually going to throw John Jones right in front of Daniel Cormier, but I'm going to keep Glover and Charles Oliveira. They're more well-rounded in the grappling, and they can kind of do anything, but John Jones can too. It's just, you never see the jiu-jitsu stick out about John Jones or anything. You know what I mean? I'd love to know what you guys think about that in the comments, okay? Let's continue on. Islam Makhachev. Insanely good grappler. He's also going to go into the S tier. Submitted some very high-level opponents. Submitted Charles Oliveira. I do think, though, when it comes to MMA grappling, I still think that Charles Oliveira is more skilled. I'm going to put Islam Makhachev. I'm actually going to put him at the bottom of SS tier. Very, very, very... Oh, no, I don't know. I have to really think. No, I'm going to... this is tough, man. You can shuffle these guys all around. I'm going to put him ahead of John Jones. I just feel bad about putting these two lower, okay? Jim Miller. Very underrated grappler. He's one of those old school guys that transitioned their skill and continued pushing through his old age. He's just a good grappler. He's a very well-rounded fighter. He can do anything when it comes to jiu-jitsu, and I'm going to put him into the A tier. I'm going to put him ahead of Benson Henderson. Top of A tier for Jim Miller. Mighty Mouse. Insane. One of the greatest of all time. One of the greatest BJJ fighters of all time. Wrestler. He can do absolutely everything. Do I want to put him ahead of Dobronx? He's so fast. He's so good. I'm not going to do it because of the competition level. So I'm going to put him number 2, right behind Charles Oliveira, okay? Kamaru Usman, very smothering with the wrestling. When Kamaru Usman turns on the wrestling game, he is very good at what he does. Very good control. You're rarely going to get out of Kamaru Usman when he's turning on his game, okay? I'm going to put Kamaru Usman into the S tier. I'm going to put him at the bottom of S tier, though, okay? Habib Nurmagomedov, undefeated. Nobody was ever able to stop anything that he did. He had submissions in his arsenal, control like none other. The dude's insane. He is absolutely in the SS tier ahead of Charles Oliveira. There is no beating his sambo wrestling. He has submissions to back all of that up, too. You can do literally anything when it comes to the ground fighting, okay? Hamzat Chimaev. Depending on when you're watching this video, I'm recording it before UFC 319. It doesn't matter, though. The dude and the way that he gets control of people and the way that he just throws people around and makes them tap instantly is kind of like none other. He's like a dominant level to the point where Habib's dominant, but I'm actually going to put him right behind Habib because Habib has fought way better opponents. Not way better, but you get my point. Hamzat's about to fight the champion, but at the time of recording this video, Habib's resume is better. He is dominated for more time. Hamzat Chimaev can gas out. Now, Mateusz Gamrot, very good grappler. Very good, very underrated. There's not much to expand upon his game. It's just a well-rounded grappling game, and I'm going to put him into the S tier. Where do I want to throw him, though? I'm going to actually throw Mateusz Gamrot. I'm going to put him right behind Aljamain Sterling. I think he's great. Movsar Evloev, a little bit more of the same. I think this is pretty easy, guys. His skill set's one of the best, and he outgrappled Aljamain Sterling. I'm going to put him in front of Aljamain Sterling. I already knew I was going to put him in the S tier, but that kind of solidified it for me. BJ Penn. The talent level doesn't stack up. Like I was talking about with some of these old guys. It's incomparable, but he does have some sneaky game behind him, okay? I'm going to put him into the B tier. I'm actually going to put him... He was good. I'm going to put him behind Henry Cejudo, okay? Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey is going to go into the C tier, at the very bottom of C tier. I don't care what her credentials are. She basically, like... I could submit the girls that she fought against, and you probably watching this video, if you're somebody who's relatively in shape, could probably do the same, okay? Yeah, I know I'm going to hear about that one too. Anyways, Ryan Hall. This is another tough one. The jiu-jitsu skill is obviously there, but he's also had some pretty embarrassing performances. When he gets rolling, though, the control's good, the subs are good, the leg locks are really good. I think he's an A-tier grappler. I'm going to put him in the A tier. I'm going to put him actually right in front of Brian Ortega. Alexander Volkanovski. Here's the thing. You don't see too much from Volkanovski, but you know that he can contend with the best of the best. Like, look what he was doing with Islam Makhachev. Look at the way he was out-muscling Islam Makhachev. And he's been consistent with that. Look at the way he was fighting off Brian Ortega. Volkanovski, I don't know if this is also going to be a hot take, but Volkanovski is absolutely one of the best grapplers out there, and I'm going to put him into the SS tier. I'm going to put him at the bottom of SS tier, though, okay? He is phenomenal. Arman Tsarukyan. Also an incredible grappler. Outgrappled Charles Oliveira when Charles Oliveira, depending on when you're watching this video, Charles Oliveira was still like kind of close to his prime. But it's been great. He has been in great grappling matches with Mateusz Gamrot. He's always shown incredible grappling in his game. And I'm also going to throw Arman. No, I'm not going to quite throw him into the SS tier. I'm going to throw him into the S tier. I'm going to throw him ahead of Movsar Evloev, okay? Now, Alexandre Pantoja. He's got to go SS tier for sure. The way that he bulls forward and just controls people and submits them is incredible. I can't believe that I'm putting John Jones and Daniel Cormier so low. I'm going to put Pantoja right behind Demetrius Johnson. And then we have Merab. He's at like a Habib level. Nobody can contend with what Merab does. Nobody has ever given Merab any danger. So he's up there with Habib. But here's the question. Is he better than Habib? I'm going to keep Habib ahead of Merab because while Merab dominates people, it makes people suffer, Habib, like, just, he brings a new level to the word domination. Does that make sense? Both of them are very dominant in their fights. Both of them are incredible at what they do. But Khabib made people suffer like none other. So I'm going to keep him ahead of Merab, but Merab is definitely going to be number 2. Continuing on, we have Chael Sonnen. Prime Chael Sonnen, juiced up Chael Sonnen, was an excellent wrestler, an excellent grappler. He was very strong. Those takedowns that he was spamming, and he fought some pretty good guys too. Some really, really underrated talent. I don't know if I'm going to... You know what, guys? Chael was good. He was good. His striking was where it needed to work, but we're ranking the grapplers today. So if we're ranking pure grapplers, I'm going to put Chael ahead of Damian Maia. His wrestling was on another level, man. GSP, also incredible. He had takedowns every single fight. I don't know about every single fight, but you get the point. The amount of times that he's out-grappled people and just completely shut them down is insane. GSP is absolutely going to go into the SS tier. I'm going to put GSP. I think, yeah, nobody could contend with GSP on the ground, and he fought good guys too. Nobody could contend with him, except maybe Johnny Hendricks. I'm going to put him behind Hamza Chimaev. SS tier, and I'm also going to move my face count down here. There we go. We're getting used to the OBS buttons. Finally, Ilia Topuria. We have seen excellent skill from Ilia Topuria. Excellent. But I'm not ready to sit down and say Ilia Topuria is a top-tier grappler. He probably is, but we just have not seen that within the octagon. We've seen some little bits of very good grappling. So I'm going to put him into the S tier. I'm going to put him bottom of S tier for now. And finally, Fabricio Verdum. Very good for heavyweight, but the competition level was a little bit lackluster. But at the end of the day, the skill set was there. You could see the skill set if you're watching Fabricio Verdum, and I'm going to put him into the A tier. I'm going to put Verdum right behind Benson Henderson. I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a hot take when we're talking about ranking all the fighters here as grapplers. Let me know what you think down below. Thank you so much for watching. Check out this other tier list right here if you want to continue watching the channel. I would love to have you over there. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, everybody.